So, trying to figure out, I was trying to think like how to word this best or like make it make sense to people so like they can understand where I'm coming from and what I'm not necessarily asking, but what I'm just pointing out. I was in Lenox Mall earlier and I just noticed how different it is going in there compared to going to the Black Business District down here. And first off, I'm not coming at Atlanta. I know it's a lot of successful black people down here. It's prominent as hell down here. Like this, the most. I've probably not seen just successful black people or whatever, and seen so many black people. But it's like at the same time, that's got to get considered the fact that this is a populated city and that it is just a lot of black people down here. So it's like perception can come into play and kind of make it seem like something maybe a little bit better than what it is, but I'm not saying that it's not because I'm not from here again. But if still just get where I'm coming from as far as saying that the perception that it's a lot of successful black people down here and that it's a lot of successful blacks, can get thrown off just because there is a lot of black people down here and that have always been down here too. So that plays a part in it. But to get to my point, is it's like when I was in Lenox Mall earlier and I saw, all the designer stores in there and then, just a few little typical stores. Like the stores that black people would shop at were in the back corner on the lower level, kind of ducked off, and there was only a few of them compared to all the other stores that what I would say would be mixed or all throughout the store. And I mean, it was just all throughout the store. It was more of them too, you know what I mean? It was only like 3 or 4 stores that I could say could carry predominantly ethnic clothing. And then the day before, just because I always do that too, wherever city I'm in, I go to the Black Business District first. I went down there and I got my haircut and everything, and like just the park. I was only in there for like an hour, but just the park was $10 to park. Unlike Lenox Mall, it's free. The police didn't warn me or didn't say, hey, you can't park right here. Before I parked at like just a little meter, or not even a meter, but it's like every other spot down here or in that little business district was supposed to be blank. They have no parking signs. And instead of saying, no, you just can't park here, these cop just said, oh, your car's going to get towed. And was about to write me a damn ticket, like that fast. You feel me? You don't have to deal with that at Lenox Mall. But if you go down to the Black Business District here, or that little bar, or that little area right there where I was at, you got to deal with that. It's just cops going up and down the block. They're getting cars towed, literally, and writing you a ticket. It's like, why is it that many deterrents in the Black Business District? And then why the few stores that you do have that directly, that black people will shop at in Lenox Mall are all the way in the corner, like ducked off. And it's like that in a lot of other cities and a lot of other places where the black-owned businesses and the stores that cater to black people are kind of pushed to the side, and then it's kind of like some type of bullshit that you have to deal with if you even try to go and shop there. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous to have to worry about the police and having to pay extra just to go to an area. And it's like, some people may not notice that, but I noticed that shit right off the bat. It's like, if I'm going to go shop, or even if I have that in my head now, knowing that I'm going to have to deal with the police, pay extra to park, and possibly get my fucking car broken into or towed, why would I even go down there? Why would I even go down there? Regardless of race or not, why would I even go down there? You know what I mean? And that probably happens a lot here. I know it probably does. You know what I mean? You could tell that more people will go to Lenox Mall and go to them few little stores that are ducked off in the corner versus actually going to the black-owned businesses that are actually here locally. And it's like, that's my goal, is to get people to start to support their local black-owned businesses in different cities, no matter what barriers you got to go through to go and support them. I still stayed down there. I paid my little $10 to park and dealt with that environment. But it's like, it made me sit back and kind of made me frustrated because it's like that everywhere. It's spots in Cincinnati that are like that. It's spots in Toledo that are like that. It's spots in Miami that are like that. I'm sure it's spots in California that are like that. I'm sure it's spots like that that are everywhere, and we don't notice how we either push to the side or given all these hoops to jump through just to go and spend our money still, to still give our money away, to give our power away. We still have to go through so many hoops, and we don't even realize it, and we don't sit here and try to take pride in even something that we create. We don't know who owns these fucking companies that we support in the Ferragamos, the Fendis, the Gucci's, the Louis Vuittons. You know, they're not black though. And I can say that, and y'all can feel some type of way about it if y'all want to, but that's just the fact. Like, we don't have a real strong black designer that is even considered like stylish for real. And I'm not on no Kanye shit by any means, but it's like, you know, it to them it symbolizes a status to go ahead and buy something that is $2,000 or $3,000. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily that it's nice or that it's worth that, but it's a status thing. You know, so to come into Lenox Mall or to any mall anywhere in the city and you don't get harassed, you don't have to pay for parking. If anything, you're only paying for a valet to park your car and bring it back to you for the same price as you just parked to pay at, you know, a normal unattended parking lot that your fucking window can get busted out of. It's like, that's a status thing, you know, it's a mental game. And again, we go back to perception because, you know, it's perceived that this is a successful town for black people, but nobody really stops to think that it's just a lot of black people down here. So that's what you're going to see, you know. I just wish and I hope that we stick to supporting our businesses and start to fight the distractions and the placements and just everything that kind of takes away from the shopping experience, and it takes away our money. You know what I mean? We need to start to isolate our money even on a lower level, because to me the black owned local businesses are big because they don't reach that high. I can sit here and know that my money is going to go right back into the same spot that this store's sitting at because they're there. They're not moving anywhere. They're not going to get an invite into the mall. You know what I mean? Unless they get really, really big and bought out and sell part of whatever originality they have. You know what I mean? They're not going to be in the mall. So I'll go support them because that's not supporting something that's already established. You get what I'm saying? And that's what we have to start to do. We need our designers. We need our local businesses. And we need them without hurdles, without any type of harassment, because I'm going to go shop and spend my money. You know what I mean? I actually want to feel like the police fucking work for us and not like they're controlling us. And I get that so much and I see that so much. It's out of control. And it's only because we don't pay attention to the little tiny shit that'll throw us off. Because you may not think that that's big, but if you know that you're going to get harassed by the police, that your car might get broken into, and that you still got to pay for parking, where are you going to go? If you know that you can go into the mall, there's cameras everywhere, you can kind of get the shit that you want, but not exactly, but it's all right, it'll do. You're going to go ahead and go to the mall. You're not going to go to that black-owned business. You ain't going to even fuck with it at all. And that's already in the back of your mind. You ain't even got to really think about that one. You would know that. It only takes one time, one bad shopping experience for any customer to not fuck with a business. And that's it. And people know that. The real people, you know what I mean? The people that's pulling strings type shit. So it's really just pay attention to shit. That's all. And support black-owned businesses, you know, and watch your back.